Yo, 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 what up? Y'all know what time it is. Once again, it is 7 o'clock in the East. It's Tuesday. You already know how we coming. The Merv and Stack Show featuring the homie Marc. Before we get into the season finale, see what's going on with my brethren. What's going on, Marc? What's the deal out there in Philly? Talk to us.
Man, it's good. Tomorrow is going to be 85. So I got to take off early from work. I mean, it's only right that you leave a job, to enjoy that good weather. So I'm going to work real early and then, by 11 a.m., I'm done. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, cruise the city, see what's happening.
Yeah, man. I think it's supposed to be like in the 90s later on this week, man. So yeah, some really good weather. I don't think no rain in the forecast either.
Nah, not down
Yeah.
here.
So Merv, what's the business?
Shit. Ain't shit, man. It's goddamn Tuesday. Busy fucking day. But when my day is busy and hectic as fuck, I get to goddamn unwind, come on and fuck with y'all, shoot the shit, talk about whatever topic we talking about, whether it's a Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. The day is Tuesday. It's our TV show movie day. And shit, we're gonna jump into the fucking Snowfall finale shit.
No
Bad,
doubt.
bad. But before we get into it, we like to thank our sponsors and the people that's rocking with us. Facebook Live, YouTube Live. You can follow us on Twitch, of course, Buzz, Single, Blackjack TV, Come Through, Bobby, Channel 199, our Heart Radio, 1 Mile High Radio. We all over the place. Gentlemen, it's somber, man. I think it was a good season finale, man, but all good things must come to an end. I was just discussing with the fellas before we went on, man. Ironically, I'm gonna be like one of them crack fiends, man. After this, because ain't no snowfall coming on tomorrow. It's kind of hard to believe, man.
Right.
We've been here doing all these episodes in the second half. I mean, the whole season was great to me. But man, they came out with some bangers. They hit us across the head these last 4 or 5 episodes, bro. Like they really hit us across the head, man.
Yeah, most deaf
Yo,
they did, man.
hey, straight up, it's like John Singleton wrote these last four episodes. the way this shit jump off, man. It's all goddamn. They found some damn old notes and and goddamn enter that shit with their current shit. Cause these last four episodes, everyone's like jaw drop. They're like, oh shit, the fuck,
Yeah.
get the
Right.
fuck out of here.
Yeah.
No,
Right.
that's the kind of reaction to the last four episodes that niggas have been doing, man.
Yeah.
Bad.
You're absolutely right too. I mean,
So
it's been twisting and turning, and you know what I'm saying? It was hard to predict, man. I mean, some you hit on, and then just some you just completely missed because you just like, I don't even know where that came from. Credit to the writers, for kind of, keeping the audience in suspense, man. I think they did a good job with that.
it really did. Before we hop into it, are y'all drinking tonight, man? I'm messing with the. This is almost done. As you can see, I only got a little bit left, but
Got re up.
But check this out. This is what I found on the bar today. A little throwback. Remember this joint?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh
man. Colada, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, I found that. I'm like, hold on, I forgot I had this.
Now see, you probably bought that. You were smart and probably bought 2 bottles, and then had that other one in the tuck, and they didn't even know you had it in the tuck.
Right. That's exactly what happened. That's precisely what happened.
That's exactly what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what I need to do. I feel you on that though. That's what's up.
Bird, what you got? What you got going on tonight with the drink, man?
Man, fortunately, I got a goddamn bottle. I got a little bit of goddamn Remy left. I can't even mix this. I'll have to take this shit straight. Cause that's the little bit I got left. But man, I sat down, got ready to do a show. Like, fuck, I need something to drink. I just happened to realize that. Oh shit! I got a little bit of Remy left. God damn.
Right. I feel you on that, man.
All right, well, let's deep dive into it, man. We got everything going. We got some memes, of course, like we always do. But Merv, I'm gonna go ahead and hand it over to you, man, so we can get this thing started.
Yeah, man. We're gonna jump with the first nigga that probably was one of the most talked about last week on the show. We had a lot of difference of opinions about this nigga, and I'm talking about goddamn the nigga Scully. You know what I'm saying? We went around last week and asked, was this nigga gonna clap back or what? Like, what was the prediction? You know what I'm saying? I think Mark was the lone wolf on this one. Mark was like, he said that I think he said that Scully ain't snapped back from
Yeah, from what happened.
what happened.
Right.
And he felt like he was just gonna be mellow. He's like it was a permanent change. Like, and
Yeah.
everybody else was like, I don't see it. I
Yeah.
just don't see it. Like, he lost his daughter and his girl to the same motherfuckers. He gotta snap back to the old Scully.
Well,
Man,
Merv,
which he did. Let me say something real quick though. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, Snowfall left us hanging again because I swear I still think that dude is alive. Like, I don't think he died.
I don't think so either.
Let me tell you, when I first watched it, I was like, damn, them niggas killed Scully. All right. But when I watched it the second time, Louis said something that I missed on the first watch. All right. And I ain't gonna jump on the Louis character, but I will say the statement that she said when she was talking to Franklin. She said, we handled the Scully situation with Inglewood. We did this, we did that. She didn't say we killed him. She said we handled the situation. And I believe that was her exact words. Stacks, you remember her exact word? Was that her exact words?
I don't remember. I honestly don't remember exactly what she said.
Okay, but when I heard it, when I listened the second time, she said it as in we was able to negotiate or talk him out of it. But you're right, Mark. They left us on a cliffhanger because all they showed was him bleeding at the hospital.
Yeah.
And then then Jerome tackled him, and then the cops came. That's all they showed.
Now wait a minute. Let me ask you a question, right? You know, because I mean we already watched finale, so this the episode we get to jump around a whole bunch. You know what I mean? Shoot.
Yeah.
I was actually waiting for this episode, but didn't they show a scene where Scully was like bleeding next to the car or whatever? Like, and it was like at night. I thought I seen that on there. You know what I'm saying?
The last vision of Scully we had is when Jerome disarmed him, and he was on the floor. He looked like somebody that was about to die, but they cut away. And then again, I go with the theory that he's in the hospital. What better place to be when you bleeding out? Even though you're there to kill motherfuckers, what better place to be when you bleeding out in the hospital? Right. So I don't think the Scully's dead, man. That's just me though.
And then you got to think about it, right? Jerome and Louis are going on their own. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, man, you know, can a little bit of peace be worked out between Jerome, Louis, and Scully because they are distributors now? I'm just saying, you know what I mean? It's possible. I don't know, but it's possible.
You said because of peace, yo, I got some amazing theories on that, and like I said, Merv, I know I don't know what you got planned, but we're gonna jump. I think we're gonna naturally.
No, hey, hold on, Hey, hold on, time out. Let me say this. This episode right here. I mean, for this finale, go ahead.
Bet. Okay. You remember when when Louis got out of the hospital, they came to see Franklin at the club or whatever. This is when they let Franklin know that they wanted to branch out. They just wanted to buy keys from him. Because Jerome's thing was, hey, you wanted to do wholesale, so we'll take 12K a key. And Louis was stating the case. She was like, well, we can just buy the keys from you, or it could, I want to keep it in the family, or it could go the other way. Now, when she said that shit, I don't know what y'all was thinking. She had already worked with Reed before. And the thing is, I think Reed would have been more apt to say, you know what, maybe I do want to go with Louis, or go with Louis and Franklin, just in case shit get all fucked up like it almost did. I think Louis has the confidence. Hold on, Marc. I think Louis has the confidence that if she approached Reed like, hey, I'm branching out, that's what I was thinking. Like when she said it didn't go the other way, I'm thinking, shit, I could give a Reed and I can be a distributor just like you.
Yeah.
So check it, right? I'm glad you brought that up. Remember about 3 or 4 episodes ago, we talked about, I showed a meme with somebody mentioned when Reed came in drunk, the first person he asked for was Louis.
Yes.
It wasn't Franklin. And then he asked for Franklin. So a theory that somebody came up with during that time was that was the same episode that Reed said everybody's replaceable.
Right.
And I mean everybody. So that person theory at that time was if he replaced Franklin, he would replace Franklin with Louis. And there was also a theory that Louis and Reed had a connection. Somebody thought it might have been like a flirtatious connection. Then, so when she said could go the other way, she already have that. And she also said, "I've been doing this when you were shot. I already know what to do." So she also got that connection with Reed, but she don't know the current status with Reed though, that he's being pushed out.
Well, coupled with the fact to Reed's reaction when he found out she was shot,
Mm-hmm.
but Franklin did tell her, hey, you was begging for me to come back, when you was dealing with Reed all by yourself. Because I mean, like she had said, if you go back, I guess Louis had finally got it under control. But remember that scene after Franklin got shot, and they pretty much called Sissy and said, look, he got to come back. Prophecies down, everybody warring and shit like that. So he got to come back, and that's when Franklin showed up, and I think he said, it's okay, mama. And that's when, so even though she says she can handle it, it's quite obvious that shit was fucking haywire when Franklin was down.
Yeah, I think, you know what, on a large scale, you know what I'm saying, dealing with Scully, Man-Boy, you know what I'm saying, Leon, the projects and all of that, on that type of scale, at that point in time, she couldn't handle it because they, Scully and Man-Boy Warren, Leon, you know what I'm saying, he's kind of trying to do his own thing. So I'm like managing all of that, but the way that Louis set it up, and then she's the brain, she's usually brains. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, yo, we'll do like 12 keys a week from you, right? We'll buy from you wholesale. You know what I mean? We'll do it every week, right? So they're already thinking like, this is what we can manage. This is what we know we can do, right? I mean, she opened up Arkansas. She got customers in LA. You know what I mean? So,
right.
You know what I'm saying? They want to run it their way. And she wants to go at her pace, not Franklin's pace or Reed's pace or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, just the way that I think it, they setting their own selves up because they think Franklin made mistakes. And it's just like, yo, we run it the way we want to run it. We going to run it better. You know what I'm saying? Doing it our way.
So
and I mean, if you think about it, how many people don't want to do shit their way? You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is.
Let me ask y'all this: who do y'all think is behind this, Jerome or or Louis? I mean, yeah, Jerome or Louis?
To me, honestly, Merv, I think both of them, because that Scully shit really scared the fuck out of them. I think everything was cool until Scully showed up in that hospital, and Scully could have very well killed both of them. So I guess they still blame. I guess they're still going back and blaming that on the plan that Saint had at the beginning of the season to take out Scully. So I guess they're saying, you know what? After all we done been through, we need to just go off on our own. Now,
Yeah.
what it sounds to
So
me is
hold up right there, right? Because check this out.
No.
Quick question. Somebody put, am I tripping or didn't Jerome tell Saint to back Man-Boy in the war?
he did.
You did.
And then somebody in the comments, somebody answered yes he did, and somebody in the comments put, but then the shit partly his fault. So how can
I mean, the way I looked at it, I think Louis, disagreed, with Franklin on a number of issues, and this is why this is happening. It's just like, it's issues there where Louis probably
hold up, Mark. Hey, Mark, but hold up. I want you to answer it, but remember, last times that Louis disagreed with Franklin, Jerome agreed with Franklin.
Well, I mean, did he agree with him, on keeping Leon around? I don't know if anybody was in agreement except Frank.
Yeah, Jerome was like, we go to war. Jerome was cool with going to war. Louis wanted to give him up.
But what's also key is the fact that Louis wanted to start fucking with Leon a while ago. She wanted to give Leon up. I don't know if y'all saw her face. Y'all remember when Leon came to the club and he was asking Rome how to deal with Big Dion?
Mm-hmm.
And he said he'll go to the project. Like, she was like kind of like indirectly telling Leon that he need to haul ass. Like, we don't need you here, whatever. So I think coupled with, because Franklin ain't about to leave Leon, but I think dealing with Leon is a part of that as well, to where she just wanted to be her and Jerome doing their thing. Because she's looking at to me, she's looking at Leon as the source of a lot of the problems that they had.
I don't think necessarily Jerome went the bat for Leon. I didn't really get that from his character. Like, that's my dude. We can't leave him out there. I don't really think he came off like that.
No. Hey, Mark, he didn't go to bat for Leon.
Okay.
But he was okay with going to war.
Yeah.
Louis was dead set against it.
You know what? But I'm like, man, if you look at everything played out, how many times was Louis wrong? Like, it seemed like she was wrong a lot less than Franklin this season.
Right.
Oh no,
I agree.
No, Louis was right. Louis was right probably about 90% of the times. I can't remember. I'm trying to think if I can remember one time she was wrong.
She was wrong for showing up to that damn funeral. That's about it.
She said she didn't want to go.
But she told Love made her show up to that fucking funeral.
Mm-hmm.
Her man made her show up to that fucking funeral.
That's true.
Because she told Jerome, don't go. And Jerome was like, yo, I'm going. Anywhere we at was dangerous.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why Jerome agreed to help Leon out with Big Dion, because she didn't want him to go to the projects with all the heat going on. But like you said, he said that he feel like it's dangerous whichever way you go, and he said, didn't you say we should go and help? We should please the CIA man.
So, but
right.
Before we leave now, somebody had this to say. I don't give a fuck. I'm mad about Louis and Unc turning their backs on Franklin like that. ... Cause what else y'all got up y'all sleeves?
Nah, I know where he's trying to go, but I don't agree. They still family. They just want to run the hustle their way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
That when you plotting and scheming and want to kill somebody, you ain't even having that conversation with Frank. You know what I'm saying? They just like, yo, we want to run the hustle our way. And Frank, yo, if you disagree, it could go the other way. I mean,
Facts,
we understand you family and all that, but dude, you know what I'm saying? This is our proposal. Pretty much, you're gonna have to take this. You know what I'm saying? Because we followed you and a lot of bullshit, you know what I mean, happened, you know what I'm saying, for real, when we followed you, these last few months. And we ain't doing it no more. I don't think it was just, like scheming and let's get Frank out the way so we can run the connect. I don't even think they want to run the connect. I think they just like, yo, we gonna buy this much amount of product from you, but we running the hustle our way on our side. And then you do whatever you do.
So, I'm deep diving a little bit in this. So Franklin said he don't think it's smart for them to separate when they're like, as of right now, they're about to be, if they stay together at this point right now, they will be probably the strongest they've been since the fucking series started. Man boy out the way. Scully has been, if Scully isn't dead, Scully has been tamed. They can run the projects. They got that big nigga on now.
Dion.
Big Dion.
I think Man Boy was Compton, so now they could take over Compton. They would be strong as fuck right now. But it's almost like they say when like Jay-Z had a saying, if you both broke, ain't no strain in a relationship, you both broke. If one of you make it, you still somebody gonna need each other, so ain't no strain in a relationship. But when both you got paper, then you'll see. Is this one of them moments right now that both of them got paper, and it may not be nothing malicious, but does this kind of fall in that thing in that bar that JT said?
I think so. I think so, but like you said, not malicious at all. Now, I want to segue. Tina's comment, I like that she said Franklin is for stuff right now. I didn't understand. I want to segue by going to the next shoe that dropped when Leon kicked some knowledge to Franklin. About when he told him that Leon and when he told him that Jerome and Louis wanted to leave. And when he told them, if you let them do their thing, they'll respect you more or whatever. Absolutely. And once Franklin told him, we need to get the projects back up and running. I have a question. Were y'all shocked at all when Leon? To me, for all intents and purposes, Leon was like almost like he wanted out the game totally. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah.
And I got a follow-on question after that.
Okay, go ahead, Merv. You go first on that.
Yeah. No, it didn't shock me at all because it actually would have shocked me if he said anything different. Because this whole just about this whole last season, especially after he shot old girl, he's been on some different shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like he like that shit tamed him. And just like Jerome said in the episode after him, he said, I know plenty of niggas that never come back from that. And he came back a little bit, but like far as like heart wise, he's been going off of fumes and off adrenaline because he was in trouble with the law. But far as like with the streets, his heart haven't been in it.
Right.
So that didn't surprise me. That was more, to me, that was kind of expected.
And he didn't catch any bodies, if I'm not mistaken. I think he didn't kill anybody else after he mistakenly killed that girl.
Well, you got to understand. I mean, it's a multitude of things that happened with Leon, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm. His young bull got killed.
Yep.
Wanda got shot but survived.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, for Fatback got killed.
He was hurt by that too. He was hurt by Fatback, real hurt by that.
And he he killed the baby girl. So I'm like, man, his death is all around you right now. You know what I'm saying?
And
So
everything
he's
point
just
back
like,
to him.
he's just like, this ain't what's up. You know what I'm saying?
But what's crazy, Mark? This same season now, this is the same season, and I think it was episode 2 that this same nigga Leon told Franklin when Franklin was feeling a little remorseful about how shit was going down. That nigga said, "Yo, that's the nature of the business. That's it's just part of the game." That I can't remember his exact words, but
Yeah.
But his general purpose was he told Leon like, "Yo, that's the nature of the business.
Yeah.
that's the shit that comes with the shit that we in."
And you know what though? I'm gonna say like this. I understand him saying it until it hits close to home. And that's when, your opinions start to differ a little bit, right? When you just killing your rivals and they trying to kill you, it's all in the game. But when you start losing people close to you and then you do some shit like shoot the baby girl, that messes with your whole psyche. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, and this happens in real life, man, with killers, man. Guys might have dropped a gazillion people, right? But for when they lose people close to them and drop somebody who wasn't in the game at all, it messes with them. You know what I'm saying? They be interviewing serial killers on shit like this, and they talk about it like, damn, that wasn't even supposed to happen.
Right.
Like,
And
you know what I mean? I think it messed with Leon. All them deaths close to him mess with him.
And another good comment by Tina, where she said that Franklin hasn't had the loss like Leon has. And Franklin did make a pretty compelling case for Leon to continue doing what he's doing, because Franklin did everything in his power. I mean, you can't take away the fact that Franklin, even though it was a lot of fuck ups this season, Franklin did a whole lot of shit to keep everybody safe and to get everybody out of everything, like he did, like he like when he said, I got you, like I got us out of every motherfucking thing else. So
Right.
Leon, this dude was told to give up Leon to Manboy. He pretty much was told, Louis pretty much told Jerome and Franklin to just take his ass out, like drive him out and take him out.
Yep.
And Franklin also made it to where Leon didn't take the murder rap. He came up with a plan and said, hey, let's have Fatback take the accessory charge and tell him the Eager kid pulled the trigger. Which was, and the thing is, Leon has to consider all those things, in my opinion, because he's the reason. Leon is Franklin. Whether you like it or not, Franklin is the reason why Leon is not dead or in jail right now, in my opinion.
No, I think, you know what, Tina? I think it was for the love. Because
me too.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, everybody was asking Franklin to give up Leon. And that's my man's. Like, you know what I mean? Like when you know what I'm saying? Like when somebody, for real, like you and Merv are best friends, right? You know what I mean? So
yeah, I ain't
if
giving
it
up
was
that
a
nigga for nothing.
situation like that, that's my man's. Like that go deeper than, yo, that's my brother I grew up with. That's my man's.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
like
Franklin did show love because that was love. You know what I'm saying? If it was just business, he'd have just weighed the pros and the cons. All right, Leon got to go. He ain't give Leon up. That was love.
Yeah, because I mean, if you, it was our love, because if you remember, Leon had already separated from Franklin.
Right.
He already told him, yo, I'm not gonna, I'm done being your driver. I'm gonna run the projects. And Franklin didn't like it, but he accepted it. So he was already he was already off board. He was already kind of like on his own. He was just like Louis and Franklin. I mean, just like Louis and Jerome, he was taking the product. Then they fell out over that.
Him and Louis
So
just
he cut
never.
off. So he cut off. So he cut off the product. So everything he did was out of love because they wasn't beefing, but they already separated. They was already off from working with each other on that shit. That was straight love. That was off the strength of love.
Because I'm gonna say like this: the mistakes that Leon made in most normal circumstances, would have and should have got his ass killed by his own people. I mean, that's just facts, man. You know what I'm saying?
And they show that. They show
Franklin
that
ain't
as
carry it
scenario.
like that. How is it not love? You know what I'm saying? Now, do he owe Franklin for saving his life? Yes, he do. You know what I'm saying? He do.
Yo, check this out. It's funny you say that, Mark, because y'all remember the dream he had. He had the dream that Jerome and Saint was going to take his ass out.
Yeah.
And if you having a dream like that, man, you thinking that's something that could actually happen. I think that's what spooked him to leave the safe house when he was when he went to he left the safe house, went to the projects and get the stash out of the bottom of the chair. And I think that Leon is going to consider it because regardless of how I know Tina feels strongly that Saint is for himself, but at the same time, Saint has been there at every turn to help Leon. So who was it when Leon was running from Scully and the other dude when they were shooting at him in the project? Saint and Jerome showed up just in the nick of time to pick him up. Now I do think about this. Now were they originally out executing Louis' plan to pick him up and off him? I don't think so, but that can be a theory. And I want to add to that. Hold on. I want to add to that. The dynamic of Louis, I think one of the reasons why Jerome and Louis would like to branch out on their own is because Louis, if y'all just look at the interactions, Louis and Leon just never ever got around. They tolerated each other for Saint. That was the dynamic of their relationship. They just did not because what was his face? Leon, he pulled back when Franklin got hurt simply because what he say? I ain't got in this to take no orders from your aunt. They just couldn't get along for shit. So I think that has something to do with I think that has something to do with that's a dynamic as far as Jerome and Louis wanting to get out.
Yeah, you know what? Now that you say that, I'm thinking maybe because of Leon while Louis is pulling back. So my theory with that, I know y'all said both of them.
No, they ain't even, Tina. Man, you had old California coming for Leon.
I kind of think it's Jerome pulling those buttons on them separating and going on their own. And Louis said okay because of not wanting to deal with Leon. Now that you said all that shit, because matter of fact, y'all remember when at that party at the club when Leon pulled a gun on Gustavo and they went to the back. He said some shit to Louis then. And that's when Jerome jumped up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right, Stacks. Louis does blame Leon for most of their troubles.
I was like, man, Leon fucked up a whole bunch, and Franklin saved him. I'm like, man, he should have been dead like 10 times, man. You know what I'm saying? He should have. You know what I mean?
If we're just counting season 4, though, did Leon really? I mean, Leon fucked up because he was because of self-preservation. I know Leon killed a girl. I know this. He killed a little girl. But the circumstances, we got to look at the circumstances behind him killing that little girl.
I understand.
So, and the thing is, Leon, the only reason Leon shot into that car is because Scully and his crew came at him. Yeah. Leon told Franklin, I wouldn't be dealing with this shit if it wasn't for you, how you fucked up this entire situation. So dude, this season, I'm trying to figure out what Leon really fucked up at. I mean, he killed the girl. The girl shouldn't have been in the fucking car, and he wouldn't even have been in that situation shooting at Scully them because he told Saint before Scully Scully came after them. Just be happy the motherfuckers ain't coming. Let them war it out. Just be happy the motherfuckers ain't coming after us. So Franklin put the wheels in motion by some shit he decided, which was fucked up, to have Scully come at all of them.
Well,
that is true.
Hold up. So hold on. Let me put another angle in this, Mark, before you respond, because it may change what you about to say. If we really think about this shit, I know we talk going back and forth whether it was Leon that fuck up, but no, he told Franklin not to do that shit. So really, it may be Franklin's fault. But who the fuck has been? Who's the real puppet master? That's a question. I want you to answer. Who's the real puppet master?
Regarding what?
Everything that we talking about, like we talking about Leon fucking up, but no, he told Franklin, just be glad they ain't coming at us. But if you really think about who's the real puppet master,
shoot, out of the family or just in the show?
Okay, y'all taking too long. It's Reed.
Yeah, well, that's what I said. I mean, you know, like if
you know what I'm saying, like
Reed controls everything. We know that.
Yeah. So it's Franklin. They don't know that he got it from Reed, but since we're watching the show, a lot of big time shit that Franklin do come from Reed. So Reed put him on that head, went to him that story about how they chose the lesser of the two evils, and then they set up the larger of the two evils to be taken down, and it's for the lesser two evils because they felt like they control that one better. So Franklin,
the execution was terrible.
And Franklin brought that to the board. Jerome said, "You'll get rid of Scully." Louis said, "Get rid of Man Boy." But if you really think about it, and you dig deep and you pull back, you'll Reed set all this shit. Reed the one that really set all of these fucking dominoes up.
Yeah, I mean, Marvin, I got that, but I don't think we can blame
think he set up the war. I mean, the war is never good for business.
Well, Mark, the war came up. Hold on, the war came up because of the poor execution of the plan suggested by Reed. That's why the war came about, because it was just poor execution. Now, I will tell you, I think that they made the wrong decision. In hindsight, they made the wrong decision to get Scully. They should have just taken our Man Boy, because I think that Louis was right. Hold on, no, I think Louis was absolutely right.
Yep.
And if I'm,
because she said keep Scully,
huh?
She said keep Scully,
right? But Jerome wanted Scully going because he said Scully was crucifixing, like Scully was crazy as shit. But Louis has been probably the most right and the most consistent this entire season. It should have been Man Boy the whole time. Because if it was Man Boy, now mind you, if they had taken out Man Boy at the time, Scully had no issue with Saint, nobody in Saint's crew until that fucked up plan. Yep. So he should have just went with Man Boy.
And he had no aspirations to do anything else but to be in his fucking in his surroundings, protected by his soldiers.
And get tuned in. Gotta get tuned in.
Exactly.
Right.
Like Louis said, he always stayed in his lane. He didn't have, like, Man Boy was the one Louis said, I've never seen somebody as smart, as ambitious, and want to take your place. We help him get rid of Scully. There's going to be a matter of time before he take us out.
Right.
I'll tell you. And like I've been saying the whole time, right? The reason why Man Boy come at Franklin is because he knew him, bro, back in school. And that's exactly how he talked to him throughout the whole time, the interactions. It's like you're still little Franklin from grade school. I'm like, I can't. I don't even look at you like no G. You still a little Franklin to me, no matter what you do.
You know what I'm saying? Take him out.
And when a person looks at you like that, and you're their boss, they gotta go. Like they just have to go. Like Merv, think about it. You run your own business, right? If you had a ball from 4th grade, oh man, little Merv, cut it out. Like you gotta fire dude. You got to. You know what I'm saying? You got to get rid of him, man. Because
Right.
that's how he going to try to come at you in front of important clients and important people and stuff like that.
This
You know
is
what
true.
I'm saying? So I think Franklin just underestimated Man Boy a bit, you know what I mean, and let this thing drag out when he shouldn't have.
Exactly. And guess what? You get rid of Man Boy, T never comes in spying.
Yeah.
Right.
You eliminate T. Louis don't get shot.
Yeah.
And Khadijah was all, even though that was her brother, Khadijah was always standing by her man until her kid got shot.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
so Franklin made a terrible decision by taking out. Now that season over, Franklin made a fucking terrible decision by choosing to take out Scully rather than Man Boy.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
Yeah, he felt like money could control Man Boy, but listen, when a nigga money is his god, and that's what Man Boy was, yo, it's hard to control someone like that. It's hard to control because that's his ambition. Now we gotta get to the not so dramatic people. So we gotta talk about Alton. We gotta talk about Alton.
Yeah.
Alton and Sissy, because they kind of go hand in hand. All right. So Alton, last episode at the end, Alton heard the reporter dies, and he immediately knew what the fuck happened. Motherfucker, whatever room he was in, he left immediately. I knew he was doing something. I thought the nigga was running. But this prompted him to go on the fucking radio and start naming fucking names. That's his action. That's his reaction.
Hey, yo, Merv, real talk. My reaction when Alton did that was the exact same reaction that Reed had in his little safe house with I don't know if y'all saw the coke on the table, but Reed was spazzing, and I'm like, what the fuck is Alton doing? I mean, this motherfucker act like, with all the knowledge that you have, you know that Irene didn't die via drunk driving. You know this. So why would that prompt you? I don't know if that motherfucker got heart or just pride. Why would that prompt you to go on the radio and give up even more information and say, I know his alias, Reed Thompson. I got his fucking real name. I'm like, oh my fucking goodness. What the fuck is wrong with him?
Yeah,
but, yo,
me too. I said the same shit.
Yo, you said what's wrong with him? The nigga's not scared. The nigga's not, for some reason, not scared of CIA. Because when Frank went to the house and confronted him, and Alton was like, I think Alton said, are you scared of CIA? And Franklin said,
of course I am. Aren't you?
Like,
hey,
what the fuck you talking about?
Hey, Merv, Merv, I don't know about y'all motherfuckers, but I felt Franklin when he said that shit, because Franklin looked at him like, of course I am. Like, aren't you? Like, this ain't the Army, Navy, Marines. This ain't the FBI. This is the CIA. This is a top-level government agency that literally they literally don't have to follow any of the rules that normal citizens have to follow. They just got to get the business of the United States behind the scene, the dirty shit. They get all that shit done by any means necessary. So yes, you are going, dude. If you get a call right now and your call ID and the shit says United States government CIA, you'll probably shit your pants. I know I would.
It just like I told you, Stat. Yep. Listen, if the call comes, right, what's coming next is they're gonna be in your house. They gonna be
Absolutely,
they gonna be at
right.
the dinner table. You know what I mean? You walking in from work, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, your friend here from CIA, he here in the house. Like,
Right.
like what the fuck? Like, yo, he gonna be in
Right.
the house. That's
And
crazy.
Yo,
I would literally go into negotiation. Hey, what y'all need, man? Hey, check this out. What do I need for you motherfuckers to not call me and to fucking not be in my fucking house? Because y'all the CIA.
I'm gonna say like this, Stacks. The first thing I'm doing is offering them the big piece of chicken. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, it's yours. You know what I mean? You can sit in my chair. It's
And,
fine.
and these are all and Kyle and Tina making good points. I mean, at the end of the day, Alton was a Panther.
Yes.
And a lot of the Panthers back then, they really didn't. They were ready to die for what they believed in, die to expose the government and shit like that. I mean, we all just seen Judas and the Black Messiah. We know about Fred Hampton. These motherfuckers really didn't care. They wanted to expose the government and stop oppression and shit like that. And they was willing to die for that shit. So you're right, absolutely, Tina. Now Alton was not afraid to die, and that's how a lot of Panthers were back then. They really didn't care.
Nah, they didn't. They sure enough did.
all right, so while they talking, Scully said, "Knock, knock. I got something for the Saints." Comes in.
Knock knock. It was funny as hell.
comes and breaks up the meeting. Alton ends up shooting him. Scully gets away, but that was another reason why Alton was like, "Yo, this is shit. This has become so normal that we just had somebody come in our house, try to kill both of us.
Anybody, try to kill anybody they can find."
Yeah. And Franklin and after nigga left, like Franklin act like it was a Jehovah's Witness coming at the door, and they just ignored and they just didn't go to the door.
Right, he downplayed shit out of that.
Like a salesman just came to the door and tried to sell him a vacuum cleaner. Like he was so fucking bothered after Scully left. And Alton was like, "Yo, son, you see what kind of life we're living right now?"
Wow. Right, Kyle.
Like,
hey, yo, Merv, and to Kyle's point, Alton said the shit's so normal that people don't even call the fucking cops no more.
Right.
Yeah. And mind you, it was in broad daylight. This wasn't
right.
You know, it wasn't like late at night. This was like during the day, 2:00 in the afternoon. Like, you know.
So that was another reason why Alton was like, "Yo, I gotta get us out of this. Y'all don't see it. Y'all drinking the Kool-Aid. Sissy's falling on her son. All right, cool. I'll go out on my own and be the perceived bad guy." So he hits her son over the goddamn head and bounce. Call Sissy. Tell Sissy Franklin needs help.
All the while setting up a meeting with Reed.
So he calls Reed. Reed said, "Yo, I respect for you. I'm about to meet your dad at the spot we normally meet at. So I'm just letting you know out of respect." Now everybody's at the goddamn meeting because Sissy refused to let Franklin go by herself. So now everybody at the meeting, Franklin, Reed, Alton all got guns pulled, pointing at each other.
Well, Merv, before that though, I like how Reed and Alton played that because Reed showed up like he wasn't a threat, throw his hands up, and all that. Alton knew who the fuck he was dealing with. He came there, guns drawn. His gun was trained on fucking Reed. Keep your hands where I can see them. Like I already know what time it is because like Franklin told him, this is a trained killer. He's like, well, I've done some dirt in my day, so I'm glad that Alton was cognizant enough. Yeah, let me keep this gun on this mug the whole fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that was I don't know about y'all, but that was a very tense. My heart was beating fast when that scene and when
But if I remember correctly, Wasn't this going on simultaneously? That scene and Scully at the hospital?
Right.
Wasn't they
Yes.
going back and forth?
Yes.
All right, so let me tell y'all something. So
Facts,
right
Kyle.
now, I want y'all to take yourself back to when y'all first watch it, when you got the Reed, Franklin, and Alton scene guns pulled. You got Scully walking in the hospital. We finally realized where he was at in Louis' room, gun pulled. Man, what the fuck was y'all thinking, yo?
Somebody gonna die. Somebody, one of our season 1 characters is definitely gonna die. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, one of these motherfuckers is going to die. I mean, of course, the fan favorite, everybody wanted Alton to die, but now that we talking, I think Alton is very noble. Damn, Saint's my guy, but I see what Alton is trying to do, and I give him a lot of respect for it.
All right, hold up, don't go any further. Mark, take yourself back at that moment. When you first watching it, you see two of these scenes, they going back and forth.
Yeah.
Nigga, what the fuck were you thinking?
I honestly, I thought Scully was going to shoot Louis. I thought it was going to happen. You know what I'm saying? I thought, that he was going to get the shot off before Jerome did anything, right? When they first showed the scene, right? But then it's just like they kept talking, and then they kept like flashing to Jerome, then to Scully, then to Jerome, and I'm like, all right, well, Louis ain't gonna die because I'm saying, Jerome go about to do something, right? So I felt good about that. But when it first hit, I was like, Louis about to die right here, But then they kept talking, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, and as far as Alton, I think if Sissy and Franklin didn't show up, I was like, man, he'd have got the draw on Alton, even though Alton had the gun on him. You know what I mean? Like you said, Stacks, Teddy CIA.
Right.
I mean, he's probably fast as hell with a gun, fast as hell with his movements. His eyes don't twitch. He understands the rules of engagement and how to put somebody down. I think Alton would have walked away shot and dead. Maybe Teddy might have got shot, but he wouldn't have died.
Teddy is
I don't
fucking.
think so.
If all the tests were, let me give you the type of scenario as far as the type of trained killer Teddy is as far as being a CIA agent. Teddy is like Marine Recon, Special Forces, and all that shit rolled into one. Being a damn covert government agent as well. He's all that rolled into one.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why and Franklin knows this shit. Franklin's a smart guy. He went to college and shit, and he knows all of this shit. He knows that.
So let's look at it was a lot of cliffhangers in this shit, yo. It was a lot of cliffhangers. Let's talk about that. I'm going to mention them. You had Alton, Sissy convinced the same scene we're talking about. Sissy convinces Alton, I have the passports. You say you wasn't gonna leave without me. I will go. Reed, if we leave, will you let my husband live? Will you let us live? Will you let him live? Because Reed ain't got no problem with nobody else. All right. They see Franklin and Reed shows up to see him leave. Alton is what they would have Havana?
Yeah, they were in Cuba, right?
Cuba
Yeah.
or Havana? Havana. All right, so
Havana, Cuba.
So they're in Havana. Sissy, Alton wakes up. Sissy says, I'm going to that market that we saw. Door opens. It's like, oh, Alton says, oh, Sissy, you forgot something. It's Reed, gun in hand. Scully shows up at the hospital, bleeding from where Alton shot him. Jerome takes him out, and then the cops show. They don't show what happened. So you got Alton, and you got Scully. The implication is they probably died or about to get killed. When season 5 comes back, what's your prediction between Alton and the Scully situation from these two cliffhangers?
Yo, I'd be hard pressed to think that both of them are dead. I think Alton would be dead more so. I think for some reason I think Scully survived. I think that last scene. I don't know if there's anything that that Alton could have told Teddy at that point for him not to kill him, because I mean he wouldn't have gone through all that trouble letting them go and coming back if he wasn't going to kill him. So I don't know what conversation could have been had between Alton and Teddy in order for Teddy to let him live at that point, if that makes sense.
I'll say like this. I agree with you, Stacks. The only way I see Alton living, right? And this is like a miraculous scenario I'm about to tell y'all. The only way I see Alton living, right, is that since he went to the market, seen Reed, had a gun on her, and then put a gun on him the moment he was about to raise his gun to shoot out. And I don't think that happened. But that's the only way that I can see it happen. And I don't think so, because Reed, he just like, you got to go. That's it. I think Scully survives. And I think, to be honest with you, after he survives, and after probably, some months have passed, right? Because I think Snowfall entered somewhere like, well, not right after that, but maybe a little bit of time will pass, I think, that Scully is going to do the business with Louis and Jerome. I think that's what's going to happen. I think, they'll be in business together. Obviously, this will piss Franklin off. But I think, if Scully's alive, he's going to do the business with Louis.
That's a good prediction. I can see that.
That's a shit. That's all.
I like that.
Yeah, I see, but I can't. I'll have to disagree because I don't see that nigga working with Jerome. As Jerome told him, "I'm the one that killed your girl."
That's a good point.
I don't
That's
see
a damn good point.
It was Louis by herself. Absolutely, I can see it. With Jerome killing Khadijah, no.
I'm gonna say like this: it's Louis I think has a way of communicating, with people that Franklin just does not.
Right.
Yeah.
And
I think, I'm saying that. I think that will, when Louis and Jerome are going off on their own venture, I think they're going to be successful in it, because Louis just has a way of communicating, that Franklin doesn't. Even though Franklin's the man, and Reed helped him get there, obviously, but Franklin was smart enough, to figure things out. But Louis smart too, you know what I'm saying? And this is why I think that, she was just like, she probably talked to Jerome. Jerome, I think, wanted to separate, but didn't really know exactly how to separate. I know he probably wanted to, but Louis knew she wanted to and knew how to do it. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when they had their alliance, like, we just gonna do our own thing. You know what I mean? And we'll just get the work off Franklin. So I think Louis has a way of talking to people, and like I said, I think that type of partnership, would upset Franklin. Or, you know what I'm saying? Louis could reach out to, who's ever left in Compton. You know what I'm saying? And be like, let's do the business. Somebody's going to take the bait because the product is coming at a nice price.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And Franklin ain't really going to be on it, you know what I'm saying, for it to move into Compton and talk to them guys, or move into where Scully's at and talk to Scully or whoever's there. I just don't think Franklin's going to be quick enough to be on it, and it's going to cause strife in season 5.
And
you was about to say something.
Yeah, I think we cannot lose sight of the fact that Franklin isn't the kingpin he is today without Louis. Not without Jerome, not without Leon, but not without Louis. Because when you got to go all the way back, I want to say season 2, maybe even later season 1, when when Franklin brought them keys to Jerome, Jerome ain't want nothing to do with that shit. Jerome was heavy in the weed game. That's it. So Louis was the one who brought who put Franklin on the game by having him selling the old girl. So I mean, I just think that the maturation of Franklin doesn't happen without uh Louis. And y'all, real quick, man, we having some technical difficulties. We dropping from Blackjack, dropping from Facebook. So I'm going backstage and try to fix some of this shit. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Man.
So,
yep. All right, go ahead, Marc.
So, what he said is correct, right? But also, same thing for Louis. Louis don't get the power that she has. Louis don't get the power, the status that she has right now without Franklin. Louis doesn't get.
Yeah, we
you know what I'm saying?
all know that.
Two, in my opinion, with all respect to Jerome, to Leon, and everybody else that's part of the Saint family, street family, is really Louis and Franklin partnership and working together that made this empire. So both of them is going to miss each other. Both of them is going to miss each other.
And it's going to play out in the next season. You're exactly right. It will be a rocky road for both. I think financially they'll be fine, but I think it'll be a rocky road just in certain situations of how things are handled. That they'll miss each other.
Mm-hmm. And I think Louis will have a rougher road for the fact that Jerome and Leon, in my opinion, have the same actions when it comes to like reacting off the spur of the moment or emotions or whatnot. The difference is Franklin got more influence on telling Leon, nah, don't do that, than Louis got over Jerome, which may cause an issue or put them in issues.
Man, well, you know what though? I'm gonna say like this. I think Louis is going to probably find a way to expand a little more, right? Because I mean, it seemed like right?
Arkansas.
No, I'm saying I think it seems like that Franklin is more focused on where he is in California. You know what I'm saying? You know, we haven't seen Franklin move throughout these other cities. He knows about this stuff, but we haven't seen him move like that, where he's going to Illinois or he's going to Texas or he's going to Nebraska or anything. We haven't seen Franklin make those type of moves yet. If you're basing it on a real story, these moves were made. I would like to see Franklin like, listen, man, if you're gonna be a boss, don't just be the boss of California. Be more than what you are. And we're gonna have to see if Franklin grows or he doesn't.
But hold up, but Marc, the only reason why they went to Arkansas was because Franklin said we got to start Googling, we got to expand. That wasn't Louis' idea. That was Franklin's idea, and that's when Louis said, "Well, I know somebody in Arkansas. We can start there." And the reason why they started there is Franklin already had scouted areas. It was like the Mexicans is running New York, the such and such is running Chicago. So like he done looked at different areas and saw who was running that. And that's when Louis was like, well, Arkansas is small. Nobody's thinking about trying to run that. And I know people there.
Yeah.
So that was Franklin's idea.
I mean, shoot, like I said, the way that I see it, I just think that Franklin, he's very invested in where he's from, and I get it. But I'm just like, to make this thing move the way he wants it to move, he's going to have to expand beyond California. And this time, it is no Louis and Jerome to help because they're doing their own thing.
True.
He has to do it. You know what I'm saying? So we got to see, if Franklin is capable of doing that because he's like, Leon, we got to restart the projects and all, and I'm like, Franklin, we got to go. You got to think bigger than where you at. You know what I'm saying? So we got to see in season 5, does he grow or does he kind of stay the same and
I got a
somebody else
question.
takes over?
All right, go ahead.
I got a question for the both of y'all. As far as Leon wanting out, and as far as Louis and Jerome, now does this? I mean, I know they haven't turned, but does this kind of proves Man Boy's last words right? As far as him saying, you think they're gonna be loyal to you, man. These folks they're gonna end up turning on you. We all think about that because I thought about that when Louis and Jerome wanted to strike out on their own, and then Leon said he didn't want no parts of the game no more. Now it's not turning on him.
Yeah.
I don't think it's turning on him, but it's kind of like them at least turning their backs on. They're not turning on him, but they're turning their backs on him.
They're leaving him.
You know what? It's what, with everybody going through what they've been through, they're questioning Franklin's leadership. And that's why, they're trying to be on the move when they're questioning his leadership. Louis is questioning his leadership a number of times. You know what I'm saying? Jerome this season has too, and so has Leon. You know what I'm saying? So when the leadership is questioned, it's like, man, I might need to make a move, start thinking for myself because I don't like the way Franklin's moving, and I don't think it's beneficial for us to stay tied to him directly on all matters. And that's what I think that everybody's feeling, that Frank, look, your leadership is falling off. You know what I'm saying?
We all made it out one piece, but shit.
We can't do that.
I don't think that's. I'm not sure that's it. Great, valid points though. With Leon, I don't think it's a question of leadership. Like I said, shooting that girl got him fucked up. With Louis, right now is. Like I said, I think Jerome playing puppet master. And I feel like it might have been Jerome idea to do that. But I think Jerome finding out that the CIA is almost is a nigga that's kind of pulling and in their pockets. I think that's Jerome. I think that's Jerome breaking point.
You think he want to distance himself from that? That's part of the reason of him wanting to leave Franklin directly, so he don't have, because Merv, real quick, I think that Jerome not being in on him finding out late that they were working with the CIA, I think that kind of hurt Jerome.
Oh yeah.
Like, damn, y'all left me in the dark. This motherfucker told you, and I'm his actual fucking uncle.
Yeah. Think about it like this.
That played a part in them wanting to bounce.
I'm gonna say like this. Think about it like this, though. This is your favorite nephew. Yeah. Right? Somebody you treat like your son, like your own son. And he held that type of information back from you. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. You know what I'm saying? I felt for Jerome, like, damn, you know what I mean? Yo, my nephews did that to me, man. Dang. I might feel some type of way about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. As an uncle, because I'm an uncle of like 30 plus. So as an uncle, I get it.
God damn.
Yeah. So as an uncle, I get it, right? But from the outside looking in, and the business and the street aspect of it, I understand.
Yeah. Yeah, but we don't know what Jerome would have went had he known the information in the beginning.
Yeah.
We don't know, you know what I mean, how he would have moved.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
You saw what Gustavo did after he realized he part of CIA. That motherfucker went, got drunk, went to a family member house.
Motherfucker, y'all can't arrest me. Fuck y'all. Get the fuck out. I'm CIA.
Exactly.
I'm CIA, puto.
Exactly.
Get the fuck out.
See, I'm trying to tell you, see,
And I can see
that's
Jerome
exactly
doing
why nothing like that can happen to me, because I'll be talking shit to a cop.
Hey
I'll be
man,
talking shit just walking down the street, like, seriously, I'm not lying.
hey, yo, Mark, you ain't lying. Why they cuffing me? You know your bitch ass ain't gonna have no job tomorrow. You be doing security at the mall, bitch. I'm CIA. I'm gonna be out. You can cuff me all the fuck you want, but I'm gonna be out as soon as I get in that bitch. You bitch.
See?
Yeah,
Yeah, they can't let a nigga like me be connected to the fucking CIA.
yeah, because we thinking like Jerome, because that's exactly what Jerome would do.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he would do. That's probably like Frank, just like, I can't tell this boy that. I know how he is. That's my uncle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And Jerome on the low is kind of flashy and kind of braggadocious.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers braggadocious. Remember when somebody got locked up? I think it was Kevin, either Kevin and Leon, and his uncle took him. His uncle took him somewhere to find out information about the charge for Leon. It's like, yeah, but it's probably gonna cost $5,000. His uncle said, "Oh hell, they ain't shit."
Yeah, we got that
And
shit.
then Franklin said, "Oh damn,
It can take us some time to get that. Yeah.
Let me see if I can scrap that up." And when they walk outside, Drew was like, "The hell you playing with them for?" "Hell, you probably got 20 grand in your pocket right now." And Frank like, "Yo, I don't need them to know that I got that kind of money." And they realized it, and they broke in their fucking house. So based
Merv,
off of,
you just did something there. To me, that kind of proves that they kind of sort of need Saint. My opinion. Because I think Saint saved people like Jerome and Leon. I don't think Louis, because Louis can handle her shit. I think he saves them from themselves, to be perfectly honest.
Right.
I'm gonna say like this. I think with the smaller amount that they're asking to move, I think Jerome and Louis will be fine with that. But I think it's going to end up expanding, where they're going to they're going to want to buy more bricks from Frank, and that's where it's going. Like the more product you handle, the more problematic everything becomes. So them 10 to 12 bricks going to turn into 24, and then it's just like, you know what? All these problems are going to just start to happen, just little by little problems. Are going to start to happen, where you got all these customers, you got the violence, you got the game, and then that's probably going to end up being the issue, where they'll probably end up coming back to Frank like, yo, Frank, we got ourselves into some shit because we overthought, how well we could do. I think if they initially they said they only want to buy 10 to 12 bricks a week, right? But they're going to do well in the beginning. And once you do well in the beginning in something, you think you can handle more, but you can't. You know what I'm saying? They ain't going to be able to handle more work. You know what I mean? They think they're going to be able to think they can, but they can't. And I think that's what you're going to find out next season.
And then, you know what? I like that theory. And I think they're going to get in trouble. Kind of like how Leon ended up getting in trouble. Mm-hmm. And then Franklin gonna be the one that have to bail their ass out.
Absolutely.
I can see. I
can see that.
I see that. But before that happened, they're gonna beef. They're gonna beef before that.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna end up going to have to go back to Franklin.
Yeah. I mean, they gonna beef because Louis probably, I know somebody else in Nebraska. They can get this work. I know somebody else here. I'm like, Louis know people. You know what I'm saying? So Louis gonna think, I can just keep building this thing up. But then the demand's gonna be high, the work's gonna be sloppy, everything going on in other places, you can't control everybody. You know what I'm saying? All of that is gonna come back, and then Frank will end up,
And we already seen this when Franklin was hurt. We already seen this happen.
Yeah.
During the war, shit went haywire. When Louis was like, bodies is piling up, profits is down. This was because Saint, the mastermind, was hurt and he was down. He was on the sideline.
Yeah.
He was more than the mastermind. he was the kingpin. All right, and
He is the kingpin,
even in real life street shit, when there's usually in every city there's one man, there's one kingpin, there's one HNIC, and it starts right there, and everything else is like a web. You know what I'm saying? Different web, different web.
But
It comes down.
what
when
I
you
think
talk about
is
the head, when the head of that snake or that shit goes down and nobody to follow, the protocol guidelines going, that's usually when war starts. Because now everybody's like, well, shit, I ain't got nobody to follow. You not the HNIC. I'm trying to be him. Oh, fuck
but you know what
then.
though? I mean, the way that I think is, I think they not gonna stay in their lane, and that's gonna be the downfall. I think like what they asked for, and at the end of season 4, give us 10 or 12 of these things a week. If they stay in that lane, I think they'd be fine. But in this business, you never stay in your lane. You always want to expand and be better and be greater. You know what I'm saying? And that's going to be problematic because from 10 or 12, 10 or 12 reaches 50, then you got a problem. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to handle all them beefs and move all the product. That's
Mark and Stacks. What Hope said on the American Gangster soundtrack? He said, "Can't stop, won't stop." I guess there's two sides to what substance abuse is.
Right.
That's real shit. So let me pivot. Going back to the scene where Alton gets cornered by Reed. Does anybody? I saw a couple of theories, so I want y'all opinion. Did anybody set him? Was it a setup? Was it set up by Alton? Was it set up by Sissy? Was it a setup?
Possible. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, and that theory crossed my mind too, because Reed could have bumped right into Sissy and just like, he upstairs, he by himself. You know what I'm saying? He don't got a gun with him.
Before I go into that, this is a perfect segue. There's that scene, where Sissy, where they're in Havana and Alton wakes up and Sissy is smiling and she's about to go to the market or whatever. We got to talk about this, bro. We got to talk about this. Now we got to talk about this, yo.
I saw that.
Yo, Marc.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna say like this. I got to see Sissy in 2 other shows, before Snowfall. You know what I mean? Thank you, The Wire, and thank you, True Detectives. You know what I'm saying? So I got to see this before. You know what I mean?
So you already knew.
Look, I'm like,
you already knew.
I like, I think something happening right here. You know what whatever. So I was like, all right, I'm glad they showed it to us again. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? But I like, thank you, Snowfall, for for putting that in there. We appreciate that.
She definitely, I seen definitely show her goddamn ass on that right there.
Literally, no pun intended. She got a big old ass. But let's get back. Hey, when she walked off and shit like that, it's kind of funny. And the reason why I think this theory that there's possible setup is how convenient is it that she walks off? As soon as she walks off, Teddy comes in looking like fucking. Somebody said he was looking like John B. He had on the shades. He had a little suit on and all that.
Yo, man, Teddy was clean, man.
He wasn't he? The motherfucker was clean. And people,
when Teddy walked in, I thought about Merv. I think Merv approves this look right here. And
real talk, I think that Teddy holds no qualms about offing Alton, even though he cares about Saint. I think you got to go back to the fact that he lost his brother, and he told Saint that one time. You think when Saint wouldn't give up Leon, he's like, "This is my brother." He's like, and when he said brother, I think that triggered Teddy to say, "You think we haven't all made sacrifices?" Translation, motherfucker, my brother died doing this shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of people didn't really look at when he said, you don't think like you don't want to give up, you don't want to give up who is your brother, who is your real brother, when my fucking brother died trying to fight me with during this operation.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's what I got from it.
So you said both of y'all saying it's possible setup. All
Oh,
right,
absolutely.
all right. So I got two questions. One, why not just let Reed kill him at the standoff instead of going through that charades to go out the leave and then have him set up?
You know what?
That's one question. Hold up.
Oh, go ahead.
Hold up. Because after I answer that, I want y'all to answer this as well.
Okay.
So Reed, I thought he was bullshitting when he told the reporter they pushing me out, but he talked to Gustavo when he was walking out. He said, "Don't trust them. They don't have your back." Gustavo said, "I've been dealing with that my whole life." And then the other guy came in and told Gustavo, "We'll have Reed replacement by next week." So if that's the case, why is Reed still still acting accordingly to take out people like he's still the man in the CIA when he even told Franklin that Gustavo is going to be his point man going forward? So, two questions. One, why go through the charades and stopping Alton from getting killed in the standoff just to have him set up? And why is Reed still going forward with everything when he has been pushed out the CIA? Why is still going after Alton? Why is still going? So who want to go first?
I'll go first. Merv, give me your first question again. I'm sorry. Give me your first question again.
First question was, this is a possible setup.
Yeah.
But why go through the charades when they could just let Reed off him during the standoff, but go through charades, then go to Havana, just have Reed go to the house or wherever they're staying at, they kill him? That's the first question. The second question is, why is Reed still acting accordingly, like he's still holding the same position when he's being replaced? They push him out. Gustavo was the point man with Franklin until, like the guy told Gustavo, we'll have Reed replacement by next week.
Well,
why is he still doing that?
The theory I have for the first part of your question is the fact that you don't want to by letting them go to Havana, that makes it feel like, you're safe. We let you go, you're good to go. So that may have been part of the plan. You know what? I'm gonna make him think that everything is sweet. Then I'm gonna pop up on him in Havana and off him. Now, for the second part of your question, even though
who made him think that? Reed made him think that.
Reed,
or
yeah.
Sissy and Alton?
I think Reed in particular. Now,
but that's not my question. Because the theory is that Alton and Sissy might have set him up. So I'm asking, if there was a setup, why would why would Sissy and Franklin go through those charades of letting him think everything's good, then go to Havana and have him killed when they could just let Reed kill him?
I would say to soften them up, because at that time at the airport, when it was at that little standoff, Alton had a gun on Reed, so it could have been like a kill or be killed type situation. So I think to soften them up, that's just a theory. Now the second part of that, Merv, even though Reed is a point, Alton only knows Reed Thompson, aka Teddy McDonald. So even though he's not point, he can still be outed as a CIA agent. And I think that's why Teddy, even though he's not point, like, hey, I'm gonna still go and get this motherfucker, because he can still out me. He can still go on the radio. He can still do this, that, and the third to out me. So I think that's why.
Mark, go ahead.
Man, I'll say like this, right? Reed, when Franklin and Sissy showed up, Reed was just, I ain't gonna kill him now. I just think, I'm saying, to be honest, he just wasn't going to do it. Everything's heightened. Everything, is emotions running or whatever. And, he likes Frank. So he ain't going to kill his father in front of him. I ain't going to do this in front of Frank. Don't mean I ain't going to do it. but I ain't going to do it in front of him.
I like
You know what I'm
that.
saying?
All right, so that's why Reed let him go. But
you know,
but
I think it's
okay,
because of
cool.
Franklin. Like, you know, because Franklin.
Yeah, okay, hold up. But my question is, there was a theory that Franklin and Sissy set Alton up. That's what I'm asking.
I don't believe that.
I understand why Reed let him go, but if that is the theory, why would they go through the charades and save him at the airport? I mean, at that location when they could just like kill him
I don't believe they set him up. I don't believe
you don't believe that. Okay.
Nah.
All right, cool.
I don't believe they set him up. I just think that I'm like, two things could have happened before I think Alton got killed. And we don't know. But before he got killed or whatever, you know, he could have already reached out to Sissy and just like, he gotta go. It's just the way it has to go, right? And it's, you know, and he kind of could have talked to Sissy like, yo, you know what I mean? He talked to this reporter, you just, you know, he's doing too much, right? And Sissy could have agreed with him. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know what? You're right. You know what I'm saying? This the room we in. Here's the key. Okay.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
So, all right. So I got one more question, and then we're gonna talk about this last scene, and then we're gonna wrap up. Before we go to this last scene, I saw this, and I thought this was a very good question. The character that is gone that you will miss the most is, and there's a lot of good characters there's some good characters from that's gone now, is off the show. So the character that's gone now, think about all the characters that we come across. They ain't part of it no more. Who y'all gonna miss the most?
That I think for me, you know, it's Man Boy, you know, to be honest, because I just liked his interactions with Franklin, and he always just came at him. He always gave him a jab. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was like, yeah, you know, you cool, but you know what I'm saying? I still got to remind you, you little Franklin from fourth grade. And he always found a way to remind him that he's Lil Franklin. Like, no matter if you the plug, I got to remind you, y'all mean for that you a little pisshead. Y'all mean for a little Franklin. That's it. I got to remind you of that anytime I see you. And I think, I'm saying, I will miss those interactions between him and Franklin.
Merv, the same. I like Man Boy's character. Man Boy would if he wasn't going against Saint, he would probably be my favorite character in the show. I'm going to miss his business savvy. And if you notice, Man Boy was one of those guys that really he didn't let pussy really sidetrack him. He was all about his business. I know he was ambitious, but it was because of him trying to move up the ranks in the drug game. I mean, it was at Saint's detriment, and that's the only thing I had against him. But I miss his swag. I'm going to miss his swag. I'm going to miss the way because with the exception of going against Saint, I think he was pretty much on the up and up as far as in the dope game and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm gonna miss I'm gonna miss Man Boy just like Marc.
All right. So let's go to this last scene. It's crazy because I think Mel was in the very first episode, right?
Yeah.
And that was the only episode that she was in this whole season, right? Just the very first episode, right?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Was there. All right. So it's kind of crazy how they had her in the very first episode, like in the beginning of that, almost near the beginning of that episode, and they don't show her again to the very last episode, near the last part of the episode.
Yep.
Where he pops up at and said, your aunt told me where you was at. What's your thoughts on the last scene as he asked, he says, is there anything you want to get off your chest? Because this will be my last chance giving you the ability to ask.
He said, because I fucking promise you, there'll be no more chances. That's what he told
Right.
Ash.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And she asked, "Don't make me think I'm crazy. Did you kill my father?" All he said was,
Bye,
"What
Mel.
what he said, Stacks? I know you know."
He said, "Bye, Mel. Take care of
So,
yourself." And what makes
what
Franklin,
y'all
what
think
makes
about the interaction between those two? What it was a hidden meaning, or like what y'all thoughts from that conversation?
I think he put the fear of God in her ass. To be perfectly honest with you, because and I want to save this to the final scene because it was so symbolic. But he came to her, and Franklin has a very good way of figuring everything out. And I don't know if y'all noticed it as well, because but even though Mel was in the first episode, if I'm not mistaken, and the last, but
Yeah.
Mel was a source. Mel was a catalyst to a lot of the problems that Franklin was having because of all the shit she was feeding that reporter Irene.
Yeah.
And when Franklin figured that shit out, that's what prompted Saint to go out to Odessa to confront her face to face, because he says to her, "I'm trying to make sure that my past doesn't fuck up my future. So I want Saint wanted closure. Like, what the fuck you got to say? I need you to say what the hell it is you got to say so we can just dead this shit and end it right now." So that's what I thought about that final scene. And I think that Saint did it right by not telling her, "Yeah, I fucking blew your fucking father head off." And what? I think he did right by not telling that, because that could create more problems.
Yeah.
Mark, anything to add to that about that conversation?
Man, Stacks was on point with it. The only thing that I'll throw in there is that probably my favorite part, because he came in and he's walking with the cane.
No.
We
Just
saving the
the
cane.
conversation.
We saving
We
the
saving
cane.
that?
About the
We saving
conversation.
that. We gotta
Oh, the
save that.
conversation. I say like this, man. You know what I'm saying? I think when he told her, like, yeah, Irene died. She's in a car accident, right? She was shook right then.
It's like I
You know what
said,
I'm saying?
car accident.
She was shook right then. She was shook right then, because she probably she's already thinking you had something to do with her being in this car accident, and she did. You know what I'm saying?
So
Besides that,
let me. So is there something in one of these episodes that I missed? Because how do y'all think he figured out that it was Mel talking to the reporter?
you know what? I'm gonna say like this, man. I think, to be honest with you, this reporter got on to him. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, well, why would this reporter all of a sudden get on to me? And then you gotta think of the loose ends. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Who's not here? Who would benefit from telling this reporter about me? People in business doing business with him, they don't stand to gain anything, right? His family, you know what I mean, for it don't stand to gain anything, and she ain't know nothing about Alton yet. You know what I'm saying? So who could have started this whole shit show?
Well, and to your point, Mark, I don't think there was no particular moment, but we know Saint is very smart, and I think Saint backtracked and said, "You know what? Some of the shit ain't adding up. This reporter knew a little bit too much about what was going on." So, like Mark said, let me go back. Saint probably said, "Let me go back and look at all the loose ends. Who could have
Mm-hmm.
helped this reporter besides Alton? Who could have helped the reporter put all these pieces together?" And I think that's when he came to the realization, and that's what
Because
made
you
him
know
to go
what?
to
Now that you said that, Stacks, Alton did tell Franklin when they was arguing that the story was already fucking out. She came to me with the whole fucking story. She found
Yeah.
She knew about everything.
So how
That's
did
how
she
the
know
how
about
the
the
theory
story?
and
How did she
everything.
get started? And
Absolutely.
then you start to look around who's who. Because anybody who did beef with Saint, you know what I'm saying, who really wasn't in the game, yeah, I mean, are all gone. Like, yeah, I mean, family or whatever. I mean, Kevin ain't around. Yeah, I mean, it's a few other people that ain't around. So who's still around from the old days? You know what I'm saying?
That makes
You know,
sense.
I'm like, man, and I knew it wasn't that dirty cop. You know what I'm
Factual.
saying? Because she don't like him
Oh
and he don't
shit.
like her anyway. So I
Oh.
knew it wasn't him. So I'm
Hey
just
Mark,
like,
you
all
hey
right, well,
Mark,
if
you
it
see
ain't
that?
him, then
Hey
who
Mark,
could it be?
Mark, you see that?
Yep. That's Sean
You
put
see
that
that
up there.
comment?
Yep. Absolutely right.
Huh.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Damn. Damn.
Yeah,
Yep.
good call.
Yeah.
You shit, y'all that comment right there gonna make me go look back at that goddamn go find that damn episode.
As you should.
Yeah, and that's probably it was probably easy to find out because that's probably the first and second episode. Has to be.
Gotcha. So I know Stacks haven't seen it because I asked him already. So Mark, I hope you don't disappoint me.
Okay.
Have you ever seen the movie Unusual Suspects?
Yes.
Not
Okay.
unusual.
Yes.
Usual suspects.
I mean,
Yes. Yeah, I
yeah,
mean that
Usual Suspects. My
that
bad,
that's
Usual
where
Suspects. Okay.
Jay-Z
Okay.
got
So
the did the video. You know what I mean? For you know what I mean, for the Man in the Night joint, the Man in the Night
oh
sample or whatever.
yeah,
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 yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
So you're familiar with Kaiser
Yes.
Sose? Kaiser
Yes.
Sose. All right. So now let's talk about how the we'll talk about the walk in and the walk out of this last
Mm-hmm.
scene. So Frank walks in. He has this cane. Everybody been talking about this cane all fucking season.
Yeah,
But
because he was
everybody
walking with it all season,
all
basically.
goddamn season, and with the lip and everything. He limps in, confronts this shit with goddamn with Mel, and he starts limping back after he didn't answer the damn question, and all of a sudden he just stopped. So when he stopped, the moment he stopped, what did y'all think his next move was gonna be?
When
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 y'all was
he
first watching it?
when he stopped, I don't know if they did it. Did it when he stopped? They panned the camera to Mel, and she had the fear of fucking God in her eyes. Now I at no point thought that Saint was going to turn around and shoot her or no shit like that. But I like that scene because it showed Saint's power. Like when he stopped, I don't know if y'all saw the look on her face, like, damn, this motherfucker will kill me or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was just kind of, I knew he wasn't going to kill her, but I knew something big was
Really?
going to
You
come
think
up.
you knew it was going? Well, Mark, what about you?
I thought, you know what I mean? I thought that I didn't think he was going to kill her, but I thought he was going to say something about her dad. I didn't think he was going to say, I killed your dad, but I thought he was going to say something very disrespectful about her dad.
Gotcha.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I didn't know what the fuck was. I had no idea what the fuck was about to happen. I had no theory. I had no hypothesis. I had no idea. I was just like, oh shit. That's all. That was my thought. Like,
Yeah,
oh shit.
I understand. I
That's all I
understand
had
that.
was oh shit. But then this nigga threw that. This nigga threw that fucking. This nigga threw the cane on the chair. I'm like, the fuck he did that for?
Yeah.
And this nigga just started walking normal. This nigga just started walking normal, and I immediately, yo, Mark, I went crazy when I started watching that shit because y'all know I'm a movie buff. I was like, yo, they just pull a fucking Kaiser Sose. They
Yeah.
just stole fucking Usual Suspects ending, yo. That shit, yo, I love that shit. Yo, that was, yo.
And,
I was like, yo, these motherfuckers pull a fucking Kaiser Sose
and the
from a
thing is,
classic motherfucking movie.
but the thing is though, Saint got shot and lived, right? You know what I'm saying? So Mel, even though Mel hasn't seen Saint since shooting him, right? But he's alive. You know what I mean? She probably knew he was alive. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Probably was like, man, So when he walked in, walking with a cane, that oh damn, that's what I did to Franklin,
Right.
right? And Franklin basically letting them know that ain't mean shit. You know what I mean? When he
Made him
walked out,
stronger. He said it made him stronger.
yeah, like you know what I'm saying. All right, yeah, you shot him, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And walked out like a G. You know what I'm saying?
I'm still a man. Now, let me ask y'all. I think that a lot of people had a theory that Franklin was playing possum by using the cane when he really didn't need to.
I think so too now.
This entire time. Now, I'm thinking a little bit deeper than that. Now, is the cane symbolic of Franklin showing weakness and having bad judgment throughout season 4, and him getting rid of that him getting rid of that cane? Because we saw the fuck ups in episode 1 through 5, and slowly Franklin got back on his shit. Now, is him shedding that cane symbolic of him being totally back on his shit? I think so.
Well, he been got back. He been got back on his
It's
shit a
some
long time
symbolism
ago.
there.
I don't. So I look at it totally different, yo. I look at it totally different. I was looking at it as Franklin wanted to appear weak to pull out the tigers, the lions, the gorillas, the crabs, the snakes, the insects, and see who was going to underestimate him or take advantage of his weakness with him appearing weak. See who was going to help, he was going to hold him down, and he was taking mental notes of every fucking thing while people was looking at him being weak. And when he finally he handled everything, made it through, and he got a clear picture of everything, like boom, let these niggas know I came back stronger. And I know now how the fuck niggas treat me when they think I'm weak. That's how I saw it. That Ken was like, yeah, fool all y'all motherfuckers. But I got mental notes. I'm taking notes. I'm taking what goddamn fucking Denzel saying that damn shit. I'm taking something on all you bitches.
I'm putting cases on all you
All you
bitches.
bitches.
Now, Merv,
That's what I'm thinking that came in like, yep, all y'all yep.
It's funny.
All y'all motherfuckers.
It's funny you say that, Merv. But shout out to Manboy once again, because somebody, and I think Manboy's crew, stated that Saint was weak. You know, he wounded, he weak. I think it was somebody in Manboy's crew, but Manboy said he still got his brain. Don't underestimate Saint. Y'all remember that?
Yep.
So I think that Manboy might have been one of the only ones that didn't underestimate Saint, to include people in Saint's own crew. All the more reason why they should have took our Manboy in the first fucking place. That's my thoughts on it.
Yeah, man, that was dope, man. That was dope. That was dope, man. You know what I'm saying? I like how they wrapped that up. They left some things hanging, and we gotta guess until next season.
Yeah, that Ken was also symbolic to all the cliffhangers. That was like this final episode was a lot of almost happened. A lot of almost, and a lot of this was damn near like it was a great. I really liked the finale. Great finale, very suspenseful.
It was.
But was also almost like a great segue to the next season, and it left it where so many angles can go down. So many. So you got while wrapping up, we got wonder what the fuck is Scully dead or not? If he's not dead, what the fuck is going to happen? Is Alton, did he survive? If he live, what the fuck is going to happen?
Right.
Louis and Jerome, they were going off on their own now. They already started their own empire with the Arkansas shit and the connections that Louis has made. How the shit is that gonna go? if Alton is killed and Sissy comes back to that room and sees it, damn, how the fuck that shit gonna go?
It's a lot
And
of shit.
then they brought Mel back. They showed Mel at the last episode in the last scene. Does she come back? Does she come back? And then finally, Alton is Franklin Saint is all the way back, mind, mentality wise, and physically wise.
Yeah.
And then throwing that cane on that chair for the end of the final episode was the last like Stack said, the last symbolism of this season, to wrap up this season, because he started with a cane, ended with a cane. And I also agree with you, Stacks, that was symbolic to, yo,
That's some real shit, Sean.
I'm back.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. That's what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't have said it any better, Merv.
Right. Yo, gentlemen. I think we put a nice little bow on this season, man. I didn't even know we was almost at 2 hours because we had some really good conversation tonight about this fucking episode, bro. But it's been a really good season. It's been really good working with you gentlemen on this season, man. It's been fun, man. 10 episodes in the books. Appreciate it. People probably want to. What's up, man?
Are we? I don't want to say the title. Are we in agreement to that? If we are, then tell them. If not, then we'll let them know throughout the week what we're doing next Tuesday.
Yeah, I think it is. I think we are. I think we are. Because Marc said it was a good call, and we and I think I'm in agreement with it. But next we're gonna go into the Godfather of Harlem. That's what we're gonna do next. Good show to go into. Like I told you, I'm gonna be like a crack fiend, wait for Snowfall to come back. But it was a really good season. Before we go any further, I would like to shout out. I want to shout out our sponsors, and I want to go into what we're doing tomorrow. I also want to give some flowers. Let me start by kind of sort of giving some flowers. I want to give a shout out to the homie Marc. It's been a tumultuous. We've been. I'm calling him the marathon man simply because Marc is the only one doing three. Marc is doing three consecutive pods every fucking week. And I don't know if everybody realized that, but the shit been going on for the last 2 months, probably more than the last 2 months, at least the last 10 weeks.
2.5.
And homie, I just want to give you your flowers because I know it's tough. We have fun when we get on here, but we have to clear our schedules. And all of us have personal lives and jobs and shit that we do. But I just want to give you your props for being the fucking marathon man this last 2 months and a half. We appreciate everything you do. You come on Monday, rock it on the vibes with you and Sean. You come on here Tuesday, the Merv Stack Show featuring yourself. And on Wednesday when we form like Voltron, you come on here and never skip a beat or anything like that. So I just gotta give you your flowers, homie. I just gotta give you your flowers.
What you want to say to the people? Been on every show.
Yeah, every show. You don't miss a show.
In the 2.5 months.
Yeah, man. Shoot, it's appreciative, man. And you know what I'm saying? I'm glad that y'all was able, to check out Snowfall, man. Props to y'all, really binging because it's one thing to binge one season, it's another thing to binge 3. You know what I mean? For real, so you can get the 4. That's a lot to watch, man, because I'm like, everybody has a life or whatever, but I was just like, fellas, this is such a good show. You're going to thank me, you know what I mean, for binging this thing. And I'm glad that y'all all enjoy it, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's love right there, man. And they got
Sean an asshole, yo. Sean an asshole.
You know what I'm saying? But seriously, man, the fellas got Godfather of Harlem coming up. You know what I'm saying? I've heard nothing but good things about it. Also, if you went on the guy's page, you know what I'm saying? I did throw the preview in there for Raising Caden. We finally have a start date
Y'all know we're doing that.
I personally think this will be the most violent Power series there is. You know what I'm saying? Because it revolves around Kanan. You know what I mean? And Kanan probably is the most violent person in the Power universe. You know what I mean? For some like neck and neck him and Tommy. But you know what I'm saying? I was just like, I think this show is really going to kick off with a bang. So, you know what I mean? Summertime, check that out. Urban Stacks, they got Godfather Harlem coming. There's a lot of good movies coming out. You know what I mean? A lot of people about to go back to the movies. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, man, it's a lot of good stuff coming up with this show. So y'all got to stay tuned in, man, because, you know, we don't know what they're going to pull out their hat. But I'm trying to tell you, you know what I'm saying? They're going to be able to wrap it up real nice, man. And, you know what I mean? They did some good movies before, good shows before. And that's exactly, you know, what they're going to bring to y'all every single Tuesday, you know what I mean, for rocking out.
All right, no doubt, Mark. Merv, what you got?
Yeah, I mean, I did my bad. I did my wrap up kind of like before you put me in a wrap up. Yo, Snowfall. I had to binge watch as well. I enjoyed binge watching. There's a lot of I ain't trying to dive back in, but hey Mark, is a lot of comparisons. There's a lot of people comparing, trying to decide which show is better, which show is more realistic, which show was more cultural influence, and a lot of people. The wire's being touched right now. The wire's being touched because before Snowfall, a lot of people had the wire as that top culture show, period.
Yeah.
But with Snowfall, there's a lot of people that's kind of like Snowfall's creeping up, and you got some people asking, which show is better?
Yeah, you know, I've seen this. They asked, you know, multiple characters from Power, you know, about the three shows.
Amari was real with it. He was real with it. I like this interview.
You know, where kind of everything goes. I'm just like, to me, I'm like, these are three great shows, to be honest. I'm like, man, I still have The Wire at the top, but I'm just like, man, Snowfall is a really good show. It's well written, you know what I'm saying? You know, I like the character development, you know, and I think everybody is like torn because everybody likes all three shows, you know what I'm saying? And I think, you know, what ties in all three shows to me, I think the characters. I think I like the characters from all the shows. I think that's my favorite part of all the shows because I like Ghost and I like Tom, you know what I'm saying, and Two-Bit, and you know, and Marlo Stanfield and Avon Barksdale and Franklin Saint and Jerome, Uncle Jerome. I mean, I like all these characters. I think all these characters are fantastic. Whoever was the casting director for The Wire, the casting directors, you know, for Power and Snowfall, they deserve props beyond props because these characters that they bring into these shows are excellent.
Timeless too. They're timeless characters that's always gonna be remembered.
Absolutely.
I don't know what the fuck they found Tommy at. I don't know what the fuck they found. And the funny thing is, I saw a video today, man. Y'all should hear Jerome. Y'all should hear his real voice, man. That dude sound like that dude sound like Merv. I don't know if you see the video. This dude sound like a soft-spoken, nerdy type dude. His real voice. He's American. He's not British like that. Like Saints. Bro, if you hear him talk, Merv, you'd be like, "What the fuck is going on, bro?"
Yeah.
But that's a testament to how great of actors all of these characters are in these three shows. I am very fortunate to Mark put us on to this. Mark said we should do Snowfall. We all came to agreement. I didn't like the fact that I had to binge it, but Mark could tell you, man, when I started watching it, I was in the chat saying, "Yo, I'm fucking hooked. I'm all fucking in. I'm all in. I can't stop watching. I can't fucking get enough." that's how it was. So big ups to you on that, Mark, for having that call. Shout out to Facebook Live. We had some issues on Facebook tonight. We hopefully a lot of you was able to still view us. Shout out to Tina. Shout out to Kyle for coming through tonight in the comments. Shout out for Ingrid. I saw you up in there as well. We had a couple of other folks. We didn't see your names, but we know y'all out there watching, and we appreciate the viewership. Shout out to Facebook Live, Bobby Blackjack, Zingo Channel 199. Shout out to iHeart. Shout out to Twitch. We on Twitch. We all over the place. We on Twitch. We on Twitter. We on Facebook. We on YouTube Live. Shout out to y'all as well. And we right back at y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a really good show. Everybody loves Battle of the Sexes. And there go the homie just popping up like, like a blister after all the work is done. You got the homie Sean to just pop up. Matter of fact, you know what I'm
saying? Like,
you up in here, Sean. I'm gonna let you let the people know what we doing tomorrow when we form like Voltron.
Oh, we can't hear him.
Sound issues.
Yeah,
your sound is jacked up.
All right, go ahead, Stacks. Let them know.
While Sean fixes his sound, still can't hear you, bro.
Wait a minute. One, before you go, Stacks, all I'm gonna say is Stacks been waiting for Wednesday. Tomorrow is his birthday.
Yeah,
that's how long. Stacks been waiting for Wednesday, so I'm gonna throw it to you, Stacks. But I'm trying to tell you, Stacks been waiting for this. Like it was Christmas, man. That's how amped he is.
Well, we're going to do a topic tomorrow. It's going to be kind of like a battle of sexes, the alpha male versus the alpha female. It's cringes for me to say alpha female, but I ain't gonna open up a whole nother pod on this shit.
You gonna say that?
Y'all know how I got when we was in our production meeting discussing this shit yesterday. So I'm gonna just cut it off right here. But be here tomorrow at 8:00. Hey, this shit is not going to be for the light of heart. And for those of y'all that fuck with me, you might not fuck with me after tomorrow round. When they get around 10 o'clock or some shit like that, you might not be fucking with me like that because I'm gonna give you the truth, like Beanie Siegel. I'm gonna tell you the good, the bad, and the motherfucking ugly. That's what I'm gonna do. Shit, Sean, you got that shit fixed yet?
Am I good? Y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
You the game. Give us something, homie.
Man, yo, I really wanted to hop on and give it to Merv.
But
You done froze up again, man.
It froze up.
Technical difficulties. Okay, you back.
Yeah, I'm like Merv. I keep taking these text messages throughout the day, man. Tomorrow's gonna come, and tomorrow gets here, it's gonna be here. So I wanted to hop on and allow Merv to be able to get in his bag with regards to tomorrow's night show because he was so excited about it as well. So Merv, what we doing tomorrow, man?
Yo, tomorrow the title's called Alpha. All right, and the is Alpha's the title, and the subtitle below it has the evolution of men and women roles change their perception of the word alpha. And that's what we're going to dive. We're going to peel all the onions back. We're going to peel all the layers back tomorrow. And yo, we're looking for debate tomorrow. Tomorrow's the first show that we're looking. All other times it was like entertainment. We knew it was going to be some back and forth, but tomorrow, yo, let's debate. We're going to be debating, and we're going to be pivoting because we got a lot of different angles that we want to cover. So all we hear tomorrow is debates. We're like, hold up, yo, let's pivot that. That's all we're doing tomorrow about the word alpha. It's about the word alpha.
Like Tommy, I want all the smoke.
Yo,
I want it all.
Stacks is thirsty. Stacks been talking about this since we made it known that it's going to be like this topic. Stacks was like, yo, I'm going to lose fans. I'm like,
hey, hey, y'all. And also, for the first time, Merv may not be the villain or be the wild nigga tomorrow.
Yeah, me neither.
I might have to be the one that's like, whoa.
Right.
Bring it back. Let's bring this down. We
Yeah.
right here.
Right.
Stacks, you need to come back. We need to come back down, right?
Nah, shit about to be turned.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Shit about to be turned. I'm trying to get fucking banned by Zingo, by Facebook, all these motherfuckers tomorrow.
Hey, we got partners. So ladies, this topic is very touchy, but Stacks want all the smoke. So if y'all want Stacks information after tomorrow's show, I'll be more than glad to give it to you. I'll give you his address. You can pick it in front of his yard. Do what you have to do.
I wouldn't advise it.
But we want to, it's going to be crazy tomorrow. Again, anytime Merv is on the edge right now by saying he might be the one, tell everybody to calm down, you know what that's going to be. You know what that's going to be. And yes, Thunderbird will be on deck. So Bag Dog will be on deck tomorrow. So I can't wait, fellas. I can't wait.
All right, brothers. Well, I'll see y'all in 23 hours, man. Until we meet again in 23 hours, man. Peace out. Salute to you all.
Peace.
Peace.